Hi, it's Ron Brown with your Being Truly Well Minutes for today. And today I want to talk about something that truly is amazing to me, and that's when you ask the universe to give you some special insight into what you're heading toward. It will surely give you signposts and mile markers and everything that you require along the way. The word thankful means I am full of thanks. I am grateful. I am truly thankful, full of thanks, in that if you're faithful in the little things, much can happen. If you can see it, if you can believe it, it can happen. Sound like R. Kelly. I believe I can fly. Not pee on somebody, but fly. Anyway, I want to just say that life is truly beautiful. And over the past 2 months that I've been transitioning in my life to where the universe is taking me, and a month of doing this, recording it since November 1st, and now it's December 1st, I'm just truly grateful for the manifold blessings in my life, for my father, his girlfriend, my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids, and everyone of my family, my extended family, my niece Delia, Kenny, and all the other nieces and nephews that are out there, Sharathea and Sharathia's son Trenton, and Delia and her 3 wonderful children. I'm just so grateful for them in my life, as little as they are in my life, because they are spread out throughout the country. Sharathea and Natasha are up in Alaska, very cold. Trenton's up there, and he's a wonderful, wonderful kid. Got to hug him when he was here in person, but, I miss him. I miss her. I miss Sharathea's laughter. My niece Delia and her wonderful children, haven't seen them in quite a few years, but we've kept in contact over time, and I'm just so grateful for the example she is to her kids, and what a wonderful joy she is as a person. I'm thankful for my nephew Kenny and the straight talker that he is. He truly is a chip off the old block, which is a good thing, because his dad, Ken, is an amazing guy. And my sister's family, I've talked about them before, so I won't go on too much. My dad and his girlfriend Dolly are just such a blessing to me. I'm very thankful for all of the people that are in my life, for my best friend Michelle, for my friends Angela and Dima, or my friend Leo, all giving me good pep talks, and not a go-get-em coach kind of things, but true friendship. I'm thankful for all of the people that have entered my life in the past, the present, and who are about to in the future. Be thankful for all of the manifold blessings. For Vince and Brian, I thanked them yesterday for all that they meant to me. And last night I was watching a show on TV. I know, shocker. Told you I had a TV addiction. But I did exercise yesterday quite a bit, and I'm going to be doing that again this morning. Thus, I'm up very early this morning. I'm going to go actually to the gym here at our facility. That's up at the top of the hill, and it's so cold outside. It's 32 degrees here, freezing point. So I'm going to go an indoor gym at the clubhouse at the top. And I'm actually just so grateful that sometimes the universe tells you to watch something. I watched the show Chopped, and there was a guy named Vince on there. And he has fibromyalgia, and I used to work for Goodwill Industries and knew a woman who had fibromyalgia, and I know what it is. It's a very painful and debilitating, disorder. And he also was a chef on Chopped. And in the first round, he got himself signed up for the show. He got on there, and then he started falling apart. And everything on his plate, it was all there, but it just didn't make sense. And he said, I might get chopped for this. And he was just so down on himself. And it was funny because he didn't get chopped that round. And the judges, who normally are very harsh, gave him some constructive criticism. and said it in a manner that he was able to receive it. That's key. We sometimes have ears that are not kind to hear what we need to hear. But he did. So he went back and he wasn't chopped. When he lifted the lid, it was somebody else who got chopped, if you're familiar with the show. Very great cooking show. I love competition shows because they teach you some good life lessons. So he went on to the next round and made what the judges said to him was the best meal out of all of them, and that was the most complete turnaround from any chef they'd ever seen on this, the whole time this series has been on. And it was just an amazing meal. It was yak of all meats. I don't know if you watched it last night, but it was just amazing. The countenance of Vince at that time, you could just see the joy, the validation from within just build forth and just become so manifest in him, because he applied what he was willing to receive from the first round, apply it, and get the validation of his spirit that he can do anything. And of course he didn't get chopped that round. So he made it to the final dessert round. If you're familiar with the show, they go appetizer, main course, dessert. So they come back for the dessert, and he was just so full of possibility and made this beautiful, perfect dessert. And he had to put this little swirl on there on the plate. And one of them wasn't perfect, so he wiped it clean and made sure it was absolutely perfect and put the flavors in. And he won chopped because he just decided in his mind that he was truly a great chef. He was worthy, and he was willing to put forth what needed to be. And when he won, it was just so much gratefulness. He lifted his hands to the air, and he was just full of such joy. What are you joyful about today? Do you believe in yourself enough? Are you thankful for the people in your life around you, for the manifold blessings that they are to your life? And if you see it, you can believe it. It can come true. I've asked specifically the universe for some things, and one of the major things I did was asked for a position of a certain base salary, and I asked for at least to be a certain range of miles close to my family, so I didn't have to move across the country to somewhere else, like North Dakota, where there's a lot of jobs. And I asked specifically for things. And yesterday, after doing phone interviews another day, both of these two positions that were going to give me the base salary I wanted called me up to do in-person interviews. Now, don't know anything will happen to them, but it was very wonderfully validating that taking the action steps and believing yourself can take you to the next level. And the very possibility of it just gives me such joy. So I wanted to share that with you, that don't be surprised when the universe actually gives you what you ask for. And it feels so good when it does. It reminded me of a child who, learns to walk. And the parents clap their hands going, "Yay, yay, good job, good job." And the child just starts walking because of that. When the applause stops, the child still walks. Why? Because it takes him where he needs to go. And he tries the next wonderful thing. But we shouldn't seek approval, the clapping of the hands. What we should look for is what feels so good to us, what feels right, to connect with that embryonic truth within. To be the thankful heart for the singing of validational embryonic truth within us, that we're heading in the right direction. Such joy. So this morning I am truly thankful for my family, my extended family. You're all wonderful people. People that I love, admire, and respect. And maybe I haven't gotten a chance to tell you that I do. But I absolutely do love and respect you. Last night I found out that someone I knew that my father worked with had passed away in his sleep the night before. And I actually knew his wife, and actually trained his wife at Goodwill Industries. And I'm not sure when the funeral is, but I'm going to absolutely try to go if possible. It's going to be in New Jersey. And I just am just so grateful for the experiences that I've had in my life. The people that I had to meet. And this person, Frankie, was a wonderful guy. And his wife, Shirley, who I trained. I absolutely think she was a wonderful mom, wonderful wife, a wonderful person that truly was blossoming during the time that I worked with her at Goodwill Industries to get her into an office position. I believe she worked in medical offices after that. I haven't talked to her in years, but I absolutely would love to go to the funeral just to be with her and to share with her joy and to make sure she's okay. So it's amazing when you look back upon your life and different things that have occurred, and there's some good and there's some bad in all of us that have happened, or we have allowed to happen, or maybe we actually did some things that are horrible, or maybe it's things that maybe we said to someone that were harsh. So the thing is to forget those things which are behind and press on toward the mark. There's a verse in the New Testament that says, "They that run in the race run all, but one receives the prize. So run that ye may obtain." Not trying to get all religious on you here, but that verse has always inspired me, because you have to get up and run to be in the race. In a true marathon, you have to register. You have to get yourself a number. You got to get in there. You got to put your socks and sneakers on. You got to put your running shorts on, and you got to be willing to stretch and to bend and to prepare yourself for the battle of the race that's ahead. But you have to run when the starter's pistol goes off. You've got to be willing to take action steps and to start moving. And yes, you might be with a crowd when you first start, but eventually you're going to separate yourself from the crowd as you move forward and closer. And you can only do that if you take the steps that are required. So, like Vince on Chopped last night, I can see and hear the validations. I can feel and take within and just be filled with such a thankful, grateful joy. And I press on to the last round until the final victory. And victory over others is not what's important. To win the race wins all. But you have to run in order to go after what you desire. And that's what that verse is talking about. So today I would encourage you, period, that you review your life like we talked about. Look at it as an auditor that's looking at the different parts of your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but from a non-judgment way. Make yourself a path, write yourself goals like I have, and look at them daily, give yourself affirmations, and then take action steps toward them. You'll be surprised what happens in such a short amount of time if you'll only be consistent. And like in a marathon, keep moving your feet. Take that sip of water along the way. Move your feet. Keep going. It's the only way to get to the finish line. So, I'm in my starter blocks. I've already launched. The pistol has fired. And I'm running and I'm warmed up and I'm ready to go. And I'm feeling that first wonderful endorphin rush as you're in the race. And I can see that finish line so much ahead of me. And I'm grateful. I'm thankful. How about you? It's Ron Brown for your Being Truly Well Minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.